Hello everyone, I have the second episode of Clutch Class. I really appreciate the love everybody showed on the first one, and I think this one has even better clutches, some really intense ones to be honest. And as you're seeing, we're just starting off with a nice easy one that just happened super fast, but nonetheless I'm going to go over quite a handful of clutches here and just kind of give you a rundown of what was going through my head or what I did right, what I could have done better. So the first clutch that I'm going to talk over is a 4v1, and you can see that I'm getting shot in the back pretty hard. The first kill is pretty easy since the player wasn't focused on me, and right here I'm just dodging a heck of a lot of things, and I have 3 people in front of me, so had they slowed it down and gave me more room to breathe, I think it would have actually been harder because they could have planned out together how they were going to approach me, but instead they kind of just come to me in a one-to-one fashion, which isn't smart. At this point, you can see I'm stuck at a standstill, so I opt to actually just back off this cover and just see if I can force him to move a certain direction, and sure enough, this player does. He runs back, which was a mistake, and that's exactly what I was hoping for him to do, make a mistake. And you can see that I'm just playing to win here, and he's just playing to survive. So sometimes just moving around the map, if you're comfortable and in control enough, can help you dictate where the other player moves in order to pull off a clutch like you just saw there. This is a really fast 4v1 and a pretty intense one. It's difficult to provide, critique of substance here. All I can really say is that when I saw 1v1, I took it fast, and I do use the element of surprise, and I just go balls to the walls here when I, see how many players there are and when I lose health. So cutting down distance when you're outnumbered and weak is super important, and this player gives me a nice finish, given that I had right-hand advantage. I'm not sure why he pushed there. Here's a slower 3v1, I believe. So you're going to see that my teammate is about to get picked off. So there are some good learning points for this clutch specifically. You'll see now that it's a 3v1. These players don't know where I am, and I say time and time again that the element of surprise is huge. So deciding when you're actually going to pick a fight is one of the few things that you hopefully more often than not have going for you in these clutch situations. So right now I'm just doing a head count, and I just saw 2, and there's the third one, and now I'm just going to see if it's safe to attack him. Seems like some Alien vs Predator stuff right here, just stalking my prey. Even though he has a sniper, I am going to push him, and even though he got a shot on me, I'm going to continue to push him because he marked me, and I know I'm going to have more people coming at me. So there I at least had a 1v1 opportunity. Huge mistake by that player mantling there, even myself mantling other words. When you mantle, your movement is very predictable, and it's easy for you to get off a one-shot. Same deal with rolling. Like, you just saw me roll there. That was a mistake. And the player here who mantled, obviously he did not mean to. So a few mistakes going on there, but ultimately ones that weren't crucial to me dying, but not so for the other team. So this has to be my favorite clutch that I've managed to hit so far. It's going to be a 4v1. I tried to contest for nades, and they actually ended up backing me off into spawn. I just want to clarify here, I'm not camping in spawn, with the hopes that my teammates die. I'm actually playing in a party with friends here, and I told them that I was backed off in spawn, and you can see that I do have this player, and I know another player who are hunting me. So I'm going to try to find an opportunity to break out here, but ultimately my teammates die before I have a chance to. But you'll see, very sneaky here. I see the 2 players run by, and I do sneak out. Maybe they heard me, but at least I have a bit of a surprise element, and I managed to pick off the first guy fairly easy. Now the next 3 kills are going to happen so fast, and all I want to say about them is I want you to pay attention to how I prioritize the players in front of me, and how I cut down distance and time manage with all these kills, really, because I knew that player that I mantled was going to be there, and I had to take him down because I was 4-pointed. So I left the player that I had down there for the last kill, and I managed to pick up a nice 4v1. So this is going to be probably the easiest clutch in the episode. It's a 3v1. Shield your eyes at the horrendous sniper shot you just saw, but nonetheless, these players pushed up on me. I don't know why they did this. This has got to be one of the worst pushes you could ever make. Anyway, they have boom shot, or they don't have boom shot. I have a sniper, so I'm just gonna get distance, run away, in the hopes that they're gonna chase me down, and I'll be able to set up a sniper shot. So it was kind of a funny clutch because there's nothing spectacular about what I did, but this is a good how-to on how not to do a 3v1 from their point of view. So you can see I hit a nice sniper shot. Ultimately didn't not connect, but this one does, and there's just so many opportunities these players have given me to hit these shots, and they continue to. Even this player rushes me, so it's almost like they really didn't want to win. And I managed to get a 3v1 just by creating distance and using the sniper. So here is a 5v1. I get a little bit lucky with the opening here. They didn't see me, and I managed to kill the boomer, and I had just enough time to pick it up without them noticing me. So the instant player comes in just at the worst possible time for himself, and I managed to pick him off. And now I'm left with a 3v1 and one boom shot, which is manageable, but I need to make sure that this boom shot goes to good use. So I'm doing a head count, which is something you should definitely get used to if you have time in clutch situations. I know there's one to my left, one at sniper, and one right in front of me. Now I'm not going to waste this boom unless I'm pretty sure I'm going to get the shot. As soon as he whips out his smoke and steps forward, I know that I have a pretty good opportunity there to take him out, and sure enough I do. So I circle around here. I see this player right in front of me. I don't really have much, and I know there's a sniper looking at me at the far back where the bull talk is if you look on your screen carefully. So what I'm going to do is try to relocate myself using my smoke grenade, which is very resourceful. It's something you should definitely consider as an option. And this way, these players at least don't have a perfect idea of where I am, which will give me some element of surprise. The player obviously is smart enough to predict that I'm going to be around this area, and sure enough, he is. He has his Lancer out, though, so he can't be that prepared, and he actually backs off as a result. I'm pretty sure it was a 1v1, so I pushed in pretty hard. And when his teammates missed his sniper shot, for whatever reason, King Push, that's his name, decided to push, which really wasn't a very good push. Anyway, I managed to get it down to a 1v1 at this point, and he's being aggressive, and I'm just kind of playing passively and backing off, so I managed to get that basically 5v1 for the win. So I pick up 3 kills in this clip, but technically speaking it was a 2v1, so I don't get the clutch medal. Normally I wouldn't include this because this doesn't really hit the standard that I've been setting for this series, which is a 3v1 or higher, such that I get the clutch medal, but nonetheless I do still think 2v1s count as clutch situations in my book, and they're hard to hit. Particularly this one has some good teaching points. So I have a sniper that's looking at me and this player, and I have him really weak, and I'm super tempted to chase him, but if you play the competitive playlist, you know that the damage for the shotgun has a huge drop-off at a certain distance to the point where the gun does basically peanuts, so be careful with how hard you chase. At this point, I think most people would have given up and not pumped, but the sniper's far away, and if you pump fast enough, you can actually get up pretty quickly, and that's what I do, which gives me another shot here. Notice how I'm taking cover, and I just strafe along the cover so that the sniper can't hit me, but I can still take the 1v1. That was a good move to protect myself. Now, this player has a sniper, which is an advantage on his part, but I found that he was also very cocky with the way he pushed. Mind you, if he did hit me with a sniper, then it would be easy for him to clean me up. Nonetheless, since he's got me in a bad position, I opt to just go for it anyway. We both end up missing, though, and I back off. And for whatever reason, he decides to push, which is not a good move. It's so much easier to aim when you have right hand, and I managed to get the 2v1 there. So this is actually not clutch. This is a pretty crazy round, and it could be clutch, but you'll see I actually end up dying at the end. It's just in a team deathmatch game type, which is why you'll notice that the guns are doing a heck of a lot more damage than they did in the previous clips, which were all execution. But I wanted to include this because I thought it was really entertaining, and I also wanted to, just make a point that these clutch situations are very difficult to hit. Even one little mistake can end with the clutch situation being ended, which is what makes them so fun and intense. And really, if you don't hit them, don't feel too bad because, all things being equal, you really shouldn't be hitting these that much. But when you do, that's what makes them so great, I think, and entertaining to watch, is how incredibly difficult they can be to hit. So you're going to see that I pick up quite a few kills that I'm eventually just going to let you watch. I'm not going to say anything about them, but I will say thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Once again, thanks for all the love on the previous Clutch Class episode. I'll try to get out more soon, and I'll try to showcase some of your clutches real soon in the future. And a happy holidays to everybody celebrating.